preparation. You know, he prepared very well, and it showed up on Saturday.
Was it a point of emphasis to kind of get that swagger back for you guys? I mean, you had a play and you were swimming on the ground, and a bunch of guys were dancing. It just seemed like the fun was back on the defense after what we saw.
That's exactly what it was. That was a challenge going into the week, just get back to who we were, and ultimately just having fun with the game. And the best thing about it, in my opinion, is just you didn't have to force it. You know, guys out there were genuinely having fun. And I feel like whenever you have a team that's having fun, you know, guys making plays, that's what it's all about. And it's contagious. You know, it rubs off on your other teammates, so it's a good feeling.
Dorian, two-part question here looking at NC State. The quarterback Ryan Finley's thrown one interception on the year. What have you seen of him on tape that lets you know how good he is at protecting the ball, and how do you force him in mistakes? How do you make him look up?
He's a very poised quarterback, and mostly he makes good decisions. He doesn't put himself in a situation to where defenses can make plays on the ball. And going forward to make him uncomfortable, we just have to do our jobs, you know, be in position at the right time, and ultimately make competitive plays. If he's only throwing one interception, I mean, he's doing something right. So it will be a challenge for our secondary and our defense to make him uncomfortable and try to create some turnovers.
Dorian, what have you seen out of their receivers in NC State? They seem like they're very mobile and active in making plays.
Yeah, I mean, I think this week will be a true testament to our secondary, and not only our defense, but our secondary, especially just because they have multiple playmakers on the outsides. And I'm sure our secondary is up for the challenge just because Georgia Tech wasn't a team necessarily that prided themselves in passing as much as NC State will. So I'm excited to see how it will pan out.
They lost a good running back in Matt Days from last year, but what have you seen from their running game?
The running game is bar none. You know, I know they took a hit with Naheem Hines going down, but he's not their only player. Number one is a very good player as well, and I'm sure that they have a game plan to benefit them and going forward. So we had to respect them on the ground and in the air. So like every week, it's going to be a challenge, and for our defense, we're just going to look at it as an opportunity.
Dorian, does it even register with you guys when it's a big game? It seems like you've been in so many of them over the last couple of years that it's, you know, maybe it's a flat line instead of, hey, we're pumped up.
It's definitely a flat line. I mean, we come in here every week, and I'm sure guys say the same thing. It's a one-game season, and you can't prepare any different than we did last week, because if you do, you're cheating the game. So I feel like our coaches do a good job of keeping us honest and having that mindset week in and week out, rearview mirror. You know, next game is the biggest game of the season because it's the next one, and guys really buy into that, and I think that's a really good thing to have for a team.
What do you remember about last year when they lined up for the field goal at the end of regulation? It's a 33-yarder. I mean, what was going through your mind, and what do you remember after?
I really wasn't thinking about losing that game just because just how everything was happening. Granted, anything could have happened. He could have easily made the field goal, and you know, the story of our 2016 team legacy would have been altered or changed or whatever it may have been. But in that moment, it was just a very high intensity, you know, anxious moment, and thankfully, you know, we ended up on our side of the stick. So fortunate for that.
I know you would play whatever time they gave you, but you have to be kind of happy about an afternoon road game for a change, not getting back at 5 in the morning and that sort of thing.
Absolutely. Just it seems like every game we play is at night, and just being it, not having to lay around the hotel all day and meet for hours on hours, and it would just be good to wake up, you know, meet and go ahead and play and get back and not have to, you know, get back at 5 o'clock in the morning and not catch up on your sleep and everything like that. So I'm happy.